Welcome, everybody, to another live broadcast here on the Joe Wentz Project TV channel. It's going to be great, man. We have Mr. Bruce, Jason Wade, Jim Guidry, R2R3 Lockingnut, man. How is everybody doing this evening?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, man. Good evening.
Thank
y'all for being here, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
So, Jason, what are you looking at there, Jason? Would you care to share what you're thinking about? Your next rig purchase?
My next rig? Actually, I was just talking to Jim about this in R2. I'm eyeing a Kramer 1985 per reverb. It's black, and it's got a EMG pickup, and looks like an original 1984 Floyd Rose on it, just to be honest with you. And it's pretty sweet looking. And both of those guys are experienced Kramer Focus 1000 owners, and they have told me that it is a bang up deal, so I might just get it.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome, man.
That is
I've
nice.
never owned a Kramer.
Mm-hmm. I haven't either. Only person I know is Jim.
Right.
I don't really care for the new ones, you know. Though.
Right. Yeah. Now the new one, one of the new ones, but it's actually the new vintage. So they're trying to make it like the old one. Sparkly red paint job. It was pretty cool, and it's got the Seymour Duncans and the original Floyd Rose, not the 1984 version, but they have the original Floyd Rose on it. They had those on sale because Epiphone, if I'm not mistaken, owns them now, and they're building them, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, okay.
And they had some old new stock 2015 models they had on their website on clearance for like $300 or $400, and they were originally $700.
Wow.
They look nice, but I didn't get my hands on them by no means.
Right. Well, hopefully you'll pull the trigger on that one, and you'll have another one in your arsenal there.
Man, yeah. I got a couple wall hangers. My rack's full, and I've got the one on the stand, but I got a couple wall hangers that I can put two more up.
Yeah, I got one. I was able to put one wall hanger and with the Strat up there, but it's nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. Let me check this chat, fellas, if you don't mind, real quick. EJ's guitars is here.
BJ.
What's up, EJ? We got Big Dan, the accountant, is in the house.
Right on.
Big Dan Hall, brother.
Big Dan.
Let's see who else we got. There's everybody else: Mr. Bruce, Jason, R2, Jim. There's Paul Glover. Dry Heat 480 is here. Thank you for being here.
What's up?
Hey, Thank brother.
You. Mr. JJ Collins. Mr. Collins, how are you, man?
JJ.
JJ.
Paul Glover. Yeah, Dry Heat. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. This is kind of late. I know a little bit later than sometimes normal, but what the heck, man? It's Friday night, and we're having some fun. Hey, Larry Riker, how are you, sir?
Larry Riker's here.
I just thought we'd get some Riker. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Dry Heat says
chit chat.
Sorry, Joe. Dry Heat says all my favorite guys in one stream. All right, Dry Heat.
Oh, thank you, Dry Heat.
Thanks,
thank
Dry
you,
Heat.
man.
Dry Heat.
Thank you. It's very nice,
You're
man.
welcome.
Thank you. So what's going on with everybody? We'll start with Mr. Bruce. How are you doing tonight, man? What's going on your way?
Man, I'm doing great. Just, we were watching Johnny Bean earlier. Had a great stream. It was
good.
Pretty fun. Yeah, it was fun there. And other than that, I've just been enjoying my Friday, man. I'll tell you that. I was just happy,
Good. Awesome. Good deal, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Mr. Jason Wade, how are you doing this evening, man? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Man, I got home from work, and I took me a little nap, and I got up and got inspired from having this here Joe Wentz hoodie on, and played me some guitar over the top of some backing track that I found on YouTube.
It sounded great too, man. It sounded
I
great. You
appreciate
sent it
it.
to me.
Sounded good, man.
I really, and I love the. What did you say? You're using the little Yamaha?
Yeah, a little Yamaha.
That thing
That,
sounds phenomenal, man.
That one right there. Yep.
Cool.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Little inside
Now,
look.
now does that have to be? You're running it. Well, it's USB powered because you're going straight to your PreSonus and all that, right?
Correct. Actually, the amp sound is running into the back audio jacks of the interface. As far as that goes, or no, I apologize. Let me back up. My interface, I've got my monitors running through it, and on the back of the monitors, you got the headphone jacks. So I've got that splitter going from the back of the monitors into the headphone jack of the amp. So my amp sound comes through my monitors.
Okay.
Then I've got the actual guitar cable coming from the input jack of the amp to my wireless G10.
Wow.
That
Really
I use
nice.
for my guitars and stuff like that.
That's a nice setup, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, but I like the sound. The sound you can tweak the metal sound of this Yamaha as far as that goes. It's got, like I explained to you off camera several times before in chats and stuff. The clean sound, it's lacks a lot as far as that goes. But any kind of metal tone you want out of the X version is really good. I think I was talking to Larry Riker about it also in one of his live streams in the chat. I just love the metal tone of it.
Yeah, it sounds phenomenal. It really does. It sounds. Every time you send me a song that you do, and I always tell him, I said, I love that tone that he has. The tone and the delay, everything sounds perfectly dialed in on that setup. It's really awesome.
And I like that tone myself, obviously, because I use it all the time.
Right.
It mixes over several different types of backing tracks. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Blues, alternative, whatever. That same tone will cover pretty much the gamut as far as that goes. But I play guitar, took a nap, got up, watched Johnny Bean, and got an invite to be over here. Grab me a couple beers. I'm ready to go.
We moved from Monroe, North Carolina to Shreveport, Louisiana, and Mr. Jim Guidry is in the house. Hey, Jim, what's going on?
What's going on, Joe? What's going on, fellas? Everybody in the
How
chat?
are you doing this evening, man?
Doing well.
Did you have a good jam tonight with Alex?
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. Hopefully, get some stuff recorded sometime soon.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Hey,
that's good.
Let me ask, R2, is that the same amp that you were looking at buying? The one that Jason has?
Yeah, I was going to get that Yamaha. Did you ever get
that? Did you ever get it?
No.
That was the one that was all beat up, right? It was all beat up.
It looked all messed up. Yeah, it was beat up, and the manager got involved, and that's how I obtained that EVH chorus pedal. I already had a $70 credit, and the manager of the Guitar Center told me he can give me another 15% off, so 70 and 30. He gave me $100 off that pedal, so it was half price.
Cool. Cool. And this is R2R3 all the way from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. Guitar virtuoso from Chicago, R2R3. That's right.
Thank you.
Oh, man, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody that's in the chat so far. I really appreciate it. Soda Pop has joined as well, and Pooh Ninja, I see. That is very cool.
We got GTV also joined.
GTV, we can't forget G.
Oh, geez, is he in here? Hey, GTV.
You'd have to scroll back a little bit. He said, "Hi, everyone." It's on his driving, so it's not so easy to.
I know that feeling, GTV. Believe me, I know that feeling. Thank you for hopping in, man. Be safe out there. Be careful on the road. I know what that feels like. Michael Smith is in there. Brother Smith, what's going on, Michael Smith? How are you, man?
All right.
Yeah, Michael Smith is a cool dude, man.
He is.
He's really down to earth, awesome person, man.
Cool to hang out with him, man.
Sean Zimmerman just jumped in. Hey, Sean, how are you, man? Thank you for being here.
Hey, good old Sean Zimmerman.
So, what about you, R2? You got anything happening with anything? I know you got that new chorus pedal. So, how you liking that? That pretty cool.
I'm digging it, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I posted that one video with the clean sounds, and I'm working on one with crunch, dirty sound. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to put that out. But yeah, it's been growing on me.
That's good.
It does a lot of things. The first day I bought it, I plugged it in real quick, and I just did just to try it out, and it didn't grab me right away.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was the first. I just plugged it in, and I was getting just weird noises. It was just the cables I was using, and like I said, I rushed into it, and I didn't capture the sound that I wanted. But then I gave it a couple days, and man, that thing's phenomenal. Highly recommend
that's good.
it. I love it. Yeah.
It's sound when I watched your video of it, and you had it. I want to say like the first knob was like at 11, and the other two were like at 1. I guess, and you were messing around. I said, "Man, it sounds just like it does on Diver Down album." You know,
yeah,
the chorus.
Those are the little. Those are my little sweet spots. So I kind of remember those little settings on there. Yeah. So, but then I started turning it around so everyone can see what else they can do. But there was it was like at 11 o'clock, and there were other ones at 1 o'clock. Yeah, you got it right there.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was awesome. I enjoyed that a lot. I was like, oh, man, that's nice, man. That's a nice pedal.
And, man, I dig that video. I love doing videos in one shot. If I do it all in one shot and goes, I put it up. That's it.
Yeah.
No editing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always the ones that work out great when that happens. It's like, okay, we're done. One take.
I played it back, and I go, yeah, that sounds good. I'll do it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done.
Sold.
It's out. Sold.
Yeah.
Now, the amp you have, the actual half stack you have, that's a 6505, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 of them, 2 6505 plus. So it's like the 5152 head. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the other one that I have is a 6505 plus from the PV Custom Shop. It comes with a letter from Hartley PV, a certificate from the custom shop, and man, that's wow, it's phenomenal. I'm speechless when I play that thing. I don't play it that much, and I should play it. I baby it. I just I have it there. It's on top of my amp, and the other one I have on the floor, and that's the one I play the most. But the other one I break out every once in a while, and man, it's got a different tone.
When you were in your band back whenever, I don't know, I can't remember how long ago that was. Did you use that then, or was you using something else?
No, I was using rack gear at that time because that was the popular thing to do. It was an ADA, the ADA preamp that everyone had in the late 80s and 90s.
Yeah. I remember seeing your video with all the rack units, and I said, man, I haven't seen that stuff in years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I can't believe you still got that. I was like, holy smokes.
Yeah, that's all well, I sold a lot of the stuff. I had that thing packed. I think I showed these guys. I'm going to have to show you guys a picture. I don't have it with me. But I showed these guys a picture of the rack completely filled, all 22 spaces with everything loaded in there.
God almighty.
It looked like the cockpit of an airplane, man.
Yeah. I remember seeing all that when I would go back in the day, man. I go to the independently owned music store when I was living in Charlotte, and you'd walk in there, and where the demo section was, where you could try out a guitar, they always took you to this one spot where it didn't matter if you plugged up a $200 guitar, it was going to sound sweet. They had like this rack gear and all set up, and they had these 2 real nice little monitors right here, and you sat in this chair, and they had this one guitar cable, and they go, okay, we'll plug you up. And, oh my God, man! It had the panning delay going back and forth, and all that rack stuff, and I was like, "This sounds incredible!" Didn't know, I was so young and stupid that it was all that gear that was helping out a lot too. But it sounded insane. I was like, "Oh my God!" But
so I was already used to that wet, dry, wet sound. That stereo sound. I had two Marshall cabinets that I would plug in stereo. And I would have delays go on different, and the chorus and detune, and oh man,
you went deaf.
Deaf. So, what are you playing, Mr. Bruce? What are you using? What's your rig right now these days?
What I've been playing the most?
Sure.
My new Strat and my Blues Junior.
Yeah.
Very nice, man.
It's been
Which the
digging.
new Strat is right behind Bruce there, I believe, on the wall.
Yeah, I didn't adjust my. I didn't go and adjust my camera at all. So let me see how it looks.
Such a
I mean, you can
lot
see.
of
You also
transparent
see
blue.
down the hallway. It's over there.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, that blue is, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that blue's beautiful.
Yeah,
What?
I love the
Go
color
ahead.
itself, but then when I realized I could see through it and see the green, I was just like, "This is you got to be kidding me! I got to have this thing." Like,
There you go.
You got that at
Perfect.
Sweetwater, didn't you?
yeah, it's a Sweetwater
Yeah.
exclusive, actually. Like,
Exclusive, yeah.
yeah, you know, like if you want one, that's where you got to go to get it. It's not going to happen anywhere else. So yeah, there we
Well,
go.
there you go. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. Where, Jim? What's your rig? What are you going through?
Man, I'm still going old school.
No, it don't matter, man. It don't matter.
I'm using a HD 500 line 6 and running through a Presonus.
Mhm.
And we're using it like a mixer, And I used to use that other mixer, but it kind of acts up every once in a while. So we switched, to this Presonus. Run Alex's drums through one input, and that line 6, 500 through the other, and run it through a PVPA and out the monitors.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Jim's got a cool setup in there, man.
It's old
Right,
school,
man.
but I mean, it works,
If it works, then it sounds good, bro.
Hey, I don't. To me, that doesn't matter if it's old school or what. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're happy with. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I bought too much gear last year, so I'm not buying anything for a while.
I remember.
Yeah,
I get that text. Hey, guess what I got now? It's like, uh-oh.
Hey, Jim, what did you buy last year?
Oh,
I
man.
can't say nothing. I can't say nothing because usually if he got something, I got it too. Hey, check this out. I'm like, okay. I get online, and we'd both be in hot water. But
Yeah.
I know one thing we did get. We got the. What did we get? We got the Zoom Q2N about the same time, and
Yep. The
Beat
Buddies
Personas
at the same time.
the Beat Buddies,
Personas at the same time.
the Wolfgang Specials,
Yep, same time.
the Boss Katana heads.
Yep, got that at the same time.
Stuff. Yeah, but it's cool, man. When you have friends like that that get something and they like it and they pass it along to you, man, and like, oh, I'll pick one up, because I trust Jim's judgment. If he likes it, says it works great, and then if I have the financial means, I'm going to get me one.
Yeah, right. Why not?
We have the same taste. Jim and I have the same taste in a lot of stuff.
Remember that guy Joe years ago, that music site where we first met, and he used to always ask us why we didn't do anything dry.
Oh yeah, how come y'all don't record dry? Yeah, I couldn't understand that. I couldn't. I was like, I guess if you wanted to do that, that's one thing, but I like using effects during the moment of when I'm playing. I don't want to put in stuff later. I like using it right then and there. Do y'all like doing that or adding in stuff after the fact?
No, I like doing it just like you.
I do too. To me, it inspires me. If it sounds, something else that I can tweak the sound or it gives it a little bit more definition or something, it inspires me. I'm like, man, that sounds awesome. Makes you want to go a little bit further. Just for me.
I mean, I know some people, they'll add their effects later, but
it's
art, but
yeah,
but you don't play the same. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's to each his own. I like using the effects right when I'm doing it, but
yeah, I'm like Paul Gilbert, man. Paul Gilbert was once said he uses reverb delay as a security blanket because he can't play dry.
Me too.
So coming from Paul, you know what I mean? So I know what he's talking about. When you play an amp that has nothing going on, it doesn't really do anything for you. But
it's so bland.
When it opens up with the reverb delay, you're in the moment right there.
Yeah, I love it, man. We got Stafford Studio is in the chat as well. Guitar Scotty G. Hey, Scotty G.
Hey, Scotty.
Thank y'all for hopping in. Let's see. Pooh Ninja, Michael Smith. Yeah, awesome. Paul Gilbert is the man. Stafford's. Yeah, I agree totally. Do y'all remember that video he had? It's Paul Gilbert. What was it called? What was that famous video he did? And he's in the beginning. He's playing that like a I don't know if it's like a purple Ibanez, like a light purple, and he's sitting there playing it, and he goes, "Give me an L, give me an I, give me a C. What does that spell? Licks, licks, licks." And he starts going off and just. I remember buying that. It was like RH Video presents Paul Gilbert, you know, and it was one of his instructional videos.
Instructional videos, yes, I do remember that.
I would just watch that, the beginning opening thing where he's just going off, because that's when Mr. Big was popular at that time when that video came out, that REH instruction. And I love Mr. Big, man. When they first came out, I was like, who in the hell? Number one, who in the hell is that singing? Of course, it's Eric Martin, as I know now. And then number two, I was like, who in the hell is playing the guitar? And I didn't know Billy Sheehan was the bass player, you know, from David Lee Roth. You know, I was like, holy crap, you know. And I've always loved Mr. Big. But I remember when that video came out and he was just doing that opening sequence, just jamming, I would sit there and just be, holy shit. You know, I just watch that over and over, you know. Then he go into okay, we're going to do this. And I'm like, I can't do that shit, man. You know, so I just rewind it and watch that beginning again, you know. And now you can see it all on YouTube. I didn't know if y'all remember that video or not.
Yeah, the big poof, the big hair.
Yeah, I used to have the RHA or whatever, the REA video of George Lynch. You know, when he had the tiger stripe.
Me too. Yeah,
me too.
That's Jim's man right there.
Yeah, I went out and bought the Metal Method on VHS, and I had to get the one with George Lynch because, like Jim, you know, he's the shit, dude. Oh, sorry.
No, you can say what you want here, brother. It ain't there. Y'all do what you want. I don't care. Stafford Studio says the videos on VHS that you could never learn anything from, but was cool to watch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Another one, another perfect example. Eric Johnson. Oh my God, he would sit there and just, you know, when I first heard clips of Dover, I was like, oh my God, and I got that. Guitar Instruction by Eric Johnson. I was like, oh, I'm not going to learn none of that stuff, man. I can't play like that. But I would just watch him. Yeah, he'd be like, here's lick 1. Okay, I'm doing this and this. Okay, here's lick 2. And I was like, wait a minute. You didn't even hold on a minute. I'm just trying to figure out what you were talking about. You know, he just moved right along. You know,
I still got Mel Bay's Teaches You the Blues on VHS.
Oh. Thank you, Scotty G, for the super chat.
Right, Scotty G's in the house already. Super chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. He says you rock, Joe. Thank you, man. And it's everybody else here rocks, along with everybody in the chat. Y'all rock too. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Scotty G, for the super chat. That was very kind of you, sir. Thank you.
Nice.
Right on,
yeah, George Lynch. That's Jimbo's man right there. I remember that is, and you can hear a lot of that Jim's playing too. He's got that Lynch influence going on. No, I can hear it. I can hear it every time. Come on, nothing. I can hear it all the time. And you're really, it's awesome, man. If you want a monster guitar player all over around who knows his rhythm and everything, get in touch with Jim Guidry. That's the man right there.
Oh man, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm serious. If y'all go back on his channel and watch, that speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You know, I actually got to meet George Lynch. Went back with the Lynch Mob in 1991, February the 4th, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, the poster from when the Lynch Mob and Steelheart played here in Shreveport.
Oh, really?
Believe it or not, it was one side of the club was a strip club, and the other side, the other side.
What a perfect combination!
Yeah,
That's cool.
And
so you were late for the show, then? You said
no.
He didn't even know George Lynch was going to be here. He was there.
I went with my wife. You know, my wife went with me, some friends. But the crazy thing is, a friend of mine, his brother was working the sound, and so we were kind of hanging around the soundboard. It was kind of in the middle of the little club deal, and during break, George Lynch walked up to the board to tell Matt, a friend of mine's brother, to turn his sound up, turn his levels up. And he looked over and he's like, "Hey, I'm George Lynch." And I said, "No shit."
I didn't know you got to meet him. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, it was very quick and to the point, succinct. It wasn't no elaboration, right? It was just, but it was just.
That's awesome.
It was wild. But it was.
Thank you, EJ's Guitars, man, for the super chat. Sorry, Jim. Thank you, EJ's Guitars, for the super chat. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, sir.
Steelheart, you remember Steelheart? Man,
yes, I love Steelheart.
Right?
Yeah. What was his name? What
Oh,
I should remember his name, and I cannot remember his name. Oh man, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Thank you,
Google it,
EJs.
Bruce.
Thank you, man. Bruce
That's
is our
right,
tech guru on site here, so he'll figure it out.
What? I don't know what you're talking about now. What's up?
Okay, who was the lead singer of Steelheart? Can you Google that for us?
I could.
El Jinko
Sorry, I'll know.
something.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know you had.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got a nice guitar in his hand right there.
Yeah. The heck
Who
with
was
Google,
the
man.
who was is it the same guy? I could be totally wrong. But Lita Ford was married to a guy that was the lead singer for a while, and they got divorced. What was his name? He was famous for getting those high ranges and singer. Oh man, I can't. Was that the same guy? I can't.
Didn't Lita Ford date Tony Iommi too?
Long time ago, I believe she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Larry Riker typed it in the chat. The name of the lead singer for Steelheart.
Oh,
I can't pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay, that was not who I was thinking. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Jim Gillette, JJ Collins. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, that's who.
Jim Gillette. Okay. He had those videos with the.
Yeah.
With Michelangelo. What's his name? Michelangelo.
Battio. Yeah. He's, my God, you're talking about a picking machine, man. Shredding machine. Good God.
Yeah. Guy's on fire.
And they make it look so easy. It's like, all you do is you just do this right here. And I'm like, okay. I'm out, you know. Just let me strum some chords, man. Oh, man. But that's awesome, man. Anybody else on here got to meet some guitar players? Got to say a quick hello to them? Anybody that I never have? I never met nobody. seen them in concert, but I never got to actually meet somebody face to face.
Yeah, I met Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I was backstage whenever they came to Charlotte. It used to be the Blockbuster Pavilion, I believe it was back when I went to that show.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, it's Kenny Wayne Shepherd. He opened up for the Allman Brothers. And my brother's new girlfriend's mother used to date the tour manager for the Allman Brothers. So she did the thing and, you know, call her mom, hook us up. She got backstage passes for us all. And I was the guinea pig when we all showed up. My brother and his now wife, then girlfriend, said, you go back, you know, you go through the gate with security guard, the little white fence or whatever, and see what all we can do with our backstage passes and come back and get us. I'm like, okay. So I walk through there, and I'm walking through, and you got the big white tent where, you know, all the food is and everything on the left. And over here, you got the big bay doors that lead to the stage. And I saw one of the roadies, tour guys or something like that. I walked around. I was like, hey, man, I said, what can I do? You know, where can I go with this? And he said, anywhere you want, as long as you don't cause a ruckus. And I was like, okay. So he said, walk up through them bay doors there. So I walked up through the bay doors, which led to the back of the stage where the guitar tech had all his guitars set up and everything like that. And I'm just sitting there looking around, and all of a sudden the damn bay doors start shutting. And I'm like, oh, crap. And I'm like, man, I got to get out of here. He said, nah, sit right there on that monitor, man. He said, as long as you don't bother nobody, ain't nobody going to say nothing to you. So I sat on the monitor. Kenny Wayne Shepherd comes walking by, goes out on stage, plays his set. Wow. My brother and his girlfriend, Sarah, were sitting out there in their seats where I should be. And they finally spot me sitting on the monitor, and they're like, that's right here. You know, shoot me, bird. And I'm just sitting back chilling. I'm like, you know, in awe. I can't believe this. And Kenny Wayne Shepherd comes and switches guitars and everything like that. And he just looks at me and does that right there. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And the guitar tech gave me one of his picks and everything like that. Well, he finished his set, and his girlfriend came back there, and you know, they kissed and did all their thing or whatever, and they went on off stage. And I asked that dude, I was like, well, you know, what do I do now? He said, well, if you want to stay on for the Allman Brothers, stay where you at. And I'm like, nah, I better get back out there because my brother and his girlfriend was all upset. Yeah, they raked me over the coals. Yeah, they raked me over the coals. Wow. Why didn't you come back out there and get us? And I'm like, well, I was sort of stuck on stage. I said they closed the bay doors, and the only way I had out was front way. I said, I wasn't going that way. I was just going to stay where I was.
That's awesome,
yeah.
man.
That's about the only story I have.
Yeah, I haven't met anybody. Jimmy T says he met Joe Satriani. Awesome, man. I actually got to see Satriani twice in concert. Stafford Studio met DJ Ashba. Pooh Ninja met Chris Gaines. That's awesome. Soda says nope. Have met nobody. Me either. Don't worry about it. Scotty G says he met Snoop Dogg. Yo, yo, yo. That's awesome. JJ Collins says a few years back he met Reb Beach. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So who said that? Scotty G? Scotty G saw Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, that's what he said. It was he met Snoop Dogg in an elevator at Mardi Gras.
Hey, Scotty, were you laid back? Don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Larry Riker said that I cannot pronounce. Is it? I don't know. I can't pronounce. No, Larry Riker puts the name of the man. He said he is the voice that is in the movie Rockstar Steel Dragon. Great voice. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
We were just talking about musicians. I didn't know. I met John Cena.
Yeah, we're just bouncing back and forth. John Cena, the wrestler. That's cool. That's cool.
I got a picture with him. I got a signature. Yeah.
Hey, Bruce.
That's awesome.
Hey, Bruce.
Yep.
You can't see me. You can't see me.
Yeah, exactly. No, he didn't do that. He's not that tall, but he's like wide as a truck. You know, of course. He's got these forearms that are just like.
That's my grandson's favorite wrestler.
John Cena, yeah. He was a good guy though. He's down to earth, like.
Oh yeah.
He was really cool. Talk to and everything. He wasn't like an asshole guy. You know, some you meet, but he was cool. That's about it. I ain't gonna go into detail about it. It was no big deal.
Larry Riker says he met Jay. I don't know if that's Macy's, or I might be saying that wrong. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that.
He's from Dinosaur Jr.
I have no idea, man. Soda said I met you guys. Does that count?
Yeah, Soda.
Oh my goodness. Stafford says DJ Ashba is a very nice person and humble. Oh, cool, man.
Hey, I got to say, Soda Pop, man, that video you did the other night, that was some nice playing, man.
Awesome.
Y'all guys see
it? Man.
I have not seen it yet. I need to check it. I did subscribe to Soda, but I need to check it out.
Yeah, rock on, Soda Pop, man. That was nice.
Yeah, rock on, man. I've checked that out. Absolutely.
Had some funky stuff on there, man. It sounded great.
Had the funk going on.
Oh man, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Michael Smith, nice.
Well, Jim got to see Stevie Ray in concert, but if Michael Smith, he got. Saying that's what I'm saying. You got to see him, but not meet him. Yeah, that's still historic in my book.
Well, I seen him in it was in 1981. You know, Joan Jett opened up for him.
Oh wow!
It was Double Trouble, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it was Can't Stand the Weather tour.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They played this place called Veterans Park here, and it was kind of cool. It was out. The stage was out in the middle of like a little pond, you know, like a lake, and everybody sat up on the hill and watched. I mean, it's closed now, but it was a cool place. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was 18. I think when I seen that. So wow,
that's
forever ago. Yeah.
Jim Guidry, EJ wants me to ask you a question. He says, ask Jim if he was rocking with Dawkins this evening.
Yeah. Yeah, we're working on some stuff. Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome.
Hey, J.J. Collins met somebody. If you want to read that out, Joe, it's right up above.
Go ahead and read it. Okay. Jason, I don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
J.J. Collins says a singer from Steelheart goes by Mike as his first name. The band is actually where I used to live in CT. I'm assuming Connecticut, maybe. I've met most of them as well. That's awesome.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Sonia's in the house.
Hello,
hey,
Sonia.
How are you doing?
Hey, Sonia.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Let's see here. Michael Smith, I saw Stevie at Carnegie Hall when they recorded the live album.
Ooh, I got that album too. That's
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, have y'all seen the? I'm sure you've seen it on here on YouTube. Have you seen the video where it says Stevie Ray Vaughan during his sound check? He's just sound checking.
Mhm.
He comes out in that long, I don't know, some kind of what was it like some long trench coat or something, and he's just kind of got his hands in his pockets and he's walking around watching the drummer and the bass player and Reese Winans over there warming up and just messing around, and he just chilling out. He gets his guitar and puts that thing on. He just hits a couple of things. It's like, which I knew. I said, oh, hell, all hell's about to break loose here any second, And he don't even look at his bandmates or nothing. He's looking over here. The band's back here, and he just starts going, down. Everybody comes in on point.
With double trouble, man. Double trouble.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
What a
Oh,
rhythm
my
section.
God.
Man.
And it's a sound check, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. And they're doing the sound check, and Reese is doing his thing, man. And Reese falls off his stool. He falls off his thing, goes, whoa. And they all look over like, oh, damn, you all right? He gets right back up, gets right back into the fold of it. I was like, wow, man. He played that shit off quick, boy. He played it off. He's like, shoot, shoot. He was down and up before Stevie looks over and kind of laughs and gets right back into his groove, man. Stevie Ray Vaughan, man. Holy shit. Yeah. I wish he was still here, man. Damn.
When was that? 91? When did he die?
That was, I want to say,
27, I think. Mm-hmm.
Was it 91 or 90?
Yeah, I believe
okay.
It's 91 or 90, one or the other. I mean, we share birthdays, October the 3rd. I always thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I have me and Santana had the same birthday.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Santana, wow, that's smooth.
Mine's Michael Jackson.
That's awesome. Guitar Girl says yes. Stevie looked half asleep, then pulls that out of his ass. Yeah, I know. That was awesome. That was awesome. Fantastic.
I think I echoed down the street in my house.
Yeah, I heard that echo. Yeah.
Was Scotty G wanted me to say that. Scotty G request.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Same guitar strap I have, the Floyd one I have hanging. And if you look, Dark Side of the Moon guitar strap I have hanging over the wall.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, I've seen that when we did our our hangout last time. I saw it. I thought that was cool. Yes. Who was that? Soda said, Joe, did you ever see the SRV interview where he talked about his dream with Jimi Hendrix? Classic. Yeah, I have seen that. That was awesome, man.
Scott,
phenomenal.
How do you talk about my head? Air traffic control.
I look like either I work for ESPN or a helicopter pilot, one or the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're on the 20-yard line, and it's third down. Back to you, Bob. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's just in.
I'm looking at the chat on the phone, and there's a delay, and I look at it, and it shows Bruce going. And I didn't see it when it was right here, and I looked and I said, what the fuck is he doing? That shit's funny, man. Oh my God. That's great. That's funny. All right. All right. I have a question I need to ask y'all because I'm confused. Sonia's in here, but I can't see her, but everybody else can. Why is that? Anybody can help me?
Really? You can't see Sonia in the chat? She's all over here, man.
Nah, I don't see her name.
She has you blocked by accident or something.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, everybody's saying hey to her. I don't even see her name, so I don't know why that is. I have no idea. I don't know. Let's see. Soda says 10-4, Joe. Yeah, yeah, man. Guitar Girl says he's gonna wake everybody up by laughing. We don't want to get nobody in trouble, but we're glad everybody's having a good time. That's awesome.
Hey Joe, Stafford Studio, Dave Stafford is the one that turned me onto this chair.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
He's got a blue and black one.
Oh, that's awesome. Smith, what's his name? David Stafford?
Yeah, Stafford Studio.
Stafford Studio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks, man. Because Jason sent me a picture of his. It was last week. He was looking at my new gaming chair, and the chair I got is just this piece of shit Walmart thing. It kills your back and your ass after about 15 minutes. I'm sitting here. I'm always moving around because it's killing me. And Jason sent me that picture. Look at this new gaming chair. I was like, damn, where'd you get that from, man? He said it was on sale, so I ordered mine tonight, and so I got. Tell Jason and Stafford both thank you for passing along that info, man. It's phenomenal.
Jason, wasn't there a price difference on the color too? Like if it was a green one?
Yeah, that's what David was pissed off about because I got mine for me and Joe got ours for $99. David spent $199 for his.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's messed up. Yeah, don't. Sorry, man.
It was just a matter of like months apart too, or something. I don't know. He said in March maybe he got it, something like that.
Oh, that's crazy, man. He says yes, sir. Wow, man. Soda Pop says I see a Kramer, but no, is Jim in there? Oh, Jim he's on mute. He might be wanting to ask Jim a question. I don't know. Does anybody feel weird by saying "Hey Joe"? It references the Jimi Hendrix song. Soda says, "Oh, it doesn't bother me at all, man. I hear it all the time."
Nah, I think Joe's used to it.
I'm used to that. Yeah, it's.
But he loves Jimi Hendrix, so it's more of a compliment. You're not going to offend him.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a homage to. There's a man right there. Let me get my camera come back right there. You see that Hendrix poster right there, and then right there is a Hendrix figure by Migo. It just came out earlier this year. So back to you, Bob. So yeah. So it doesn't bother me at all, man. I don't care. I've been called when I was little. I was called all the kids, even today on the kids I grew up with in the neighborhood, it was known as Joey. And then when I got older, it was Joe. But if I got in trouble, my mom said Joseph. Yeah, if I got in trouble,
oh yeah,
Joseph, and I'd be like, oh shit, and that was. Yeah, it was it. If you heard your full name, it was on, man. It was on. It was on, boy. Spanky has a question. What do you on the panel like better, Hendrix or SRV? Oh my God. Well, for me personally, that is two different eras.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of for me. It's hard to say. I love both. Hendrix, of course, to me is the pioneer. And Stevie took a lot from Hendrix, but Stevie had his own thing too. Stevie loved the blues. He loved Hendrix. He loved everything. So for me, I would have to like them both equally well. I don't think one's better than the other because they were both phenomenal for their I don't know how to say it, their decade. What do y'all think?
Well, I think Jimmy was so experimental. I mean, what he was doing, was so cutting edge.
It was absolutely for his time, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But what can you say about Stevie Ray Vaughan? I mean, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, when Stevie Ray Vaughan came out of the scene, man, when I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan right away, man, bam.
He
that
breathed
guy's got something right there.
Blues, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think he breathed, he put the breath of life right back into the blues.
He did. He did. He was credited for that a lot too. I heard that not heard it, but read that in interviews. Go ahead, Jim.
Didn't his brother Jimmy Vaughan? I think I read somewhere, and maybe I'm wrong, but something about Jimmy Vaughan kind of gave him a hard time about his style. His playing stuff. Is that true? Maybe
yeah, I remember reading that because it wasn't the traditional blues style that everybody else was doing. And,
okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Great question, Spanky. Thank you for that question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Michael Smith. I'll let you read that, Joe.
What's that now? Oh, okay.
I'll let you read Michael Smith's.
He says, Mr. Bruce, speaking of Hendrix and Stevie, show that badass strat off when you get a chance. I don't care, man. It's whatever Bruce wants to do. I don't care. Everybody here, when you're on here, they can do what they want. I don't care what they.
I'll show it, but even though I just recently showed, I feel like this is my favorite show and tell.
If you want to do it, let me present you. Hang on.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
No problem, man. Let me see if I can
see it yet.
Let me see if I can present Mr. Bruce, the tech guru, to everybody. All righty. Let's see. And you are presented, sir. Go ahead.
Michael Smith, he goes working and he disappears for a while, and then he comes back. He's like, "Hey, what happened?" So what do we got here? Oh yeah. All right. Anyway, so here you go. Yeah. This camera's different than the other one. There we go. It's Locking
There we
tuners.
go. Yes.
Oh, nut.
Yes.
Oh wow, look at that neck, man.
So
I know,
roasted
man.
maple.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
the roasted maple neck is just.
You've been chewing on that, haven't you?
Oh yeah. Actually, you take a good look at it. There's like it's got its designs in there, man.
Man, that's wild.
Honey
Yeah,
roasted.
that's gorgeous.
Honey roasted, but it's not Hazel's nuts. You know what I'm saying?
It's not hazelnuts, man. That's the coffee. It's got the new V mod pickups. There's a vintage modified pickups.
Oh.
And if I could get past the glare, maybe we could see a little green. Maybe we'll do that on the back.
Oh, there we go. I see it.
See it at the bottom?
There it is.
Mhm.
Tilt it there, right there.
Oh
Yeah, there you
yeah.
That's what's cool about Sweetwater. You know, they have sometimes some exclusive colors and
Here we go.
models. You know, wow.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
I mean,
man.
I think the blue itself, the sapphire blue, that's the name of it, is beautiful itself. But then you start seeing the grain through it, and it's like, oh my god.
Hey Bruce, let
Yeah,
me ask you this nuclear question here. You're on the desert island. Is it the blue or is it the Wolfgang cherry?
Uh-oh.
The candy apple red Wolfgang or this.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you what. If you would have asked me, well, actually, I didn't have the guitar at the time I didn't have this when I first got the candy apple red. Right now, it's this, just because
It's new.
that's how I go. When I get a new guitar, it's my favorite until
Sure.
for a while until I wear myself out on it. And right now, this is my baby here. But I tell you what, man, in the sun, that candy apple red, it looks, oh man, you can see the little gold speckles in it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a choice you don't want to make, man.
No, not at all, man. Just you got to choose between single coil and humbuckers too. That's it's a whole nother.
Back to the Stevie Ray Jimmy. Just 1 second, Faz. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Jim says, "Don't do that shit again." Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, he says, Jimmy T says, "I'm not on the panel, but I choose Jimmy." Everybody that's in the chat, you're all on the panel, man. Everybody's equal here.
That's right.
So everybody's equal. We all talk and get along and have a good time. That's the whole point of this channel, is having fun, man. No politics. Soda Pop says, "Joe, I got to say SRV never ran out of ideas. At least that's what Clapton said." Yeah. Awesome. Okay, back to Mr. Jim and Mr. Bruce. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love Clapton too, man. He's
Yes. Yes. How old is he now? Is he like was he mid-70s, you think?
Oh,
or early 70s?
Yeah, he's
Are him and Sammy Hagar like the same age? I think. I'm not quite sure.
Sammy's 71, right? 71?
Yes, 71.
Yeah, that's the thing with Eric Clapton, is he was right there when Hendrix came up and disappeared. He was right there when Stevie Ray Vaughan came up and then disappeared.
Yes,
like he's lasted the test of time, man.
That is a great observation. That's a great point.
73 years old.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
Thank you very much. 73. Wow. See, just a couple years difference. Ain't that something?
Back to you, Bob.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. There's a video of Cream, the reunion deal or whatever at at the Royal
Royal Albert Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't that many years ago, but Ginger Baker. I mean, they're all older, right? But what a phenomenal drummer! But,
God,
it's really funny.
Yeah.
They cut.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Bruce.
What happened? What?
Oh wait, no, who is that? Is that Jason?
That's Jason, yeah. Yeah, I got that on DVD as well. That is a phenomenal
What is that?
concert. If you have not seen that, Cream, the reunion.
Oh,
Cream,
okay.
whatever.
Well, nice.
There's a scene in there. They're jamming out. I forgot what song it is, but they cut away. It's like Ginger Baker's doing this double bass kick deal, And they show just show his bottom flex, and he's got these old man socks and old man shoes.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, this is Ginger effing Baker, man. What the?
Yeah, no, it's
he
badass, and he's playing. You're looking
He,
at it, it's
I
like,
know,
holy
man. Yeah, he is phenomenal, and I love
Oh, my
that.
God,
Thank
yeah.
you, Jason, for showing that. I love that.
That's cool, Jess.
The concert is phenomenal. I remember that. What is that? Jason's got the year on there. Isn't that like 2004 or something? Or
I ain't got my cheaters on.
oh, okay. I want to say it's the early 2000s is when that was. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
I think it is.
So Jim, does Alex wear the old man socks now because of that?
No,
2005.
2005. Thank you.
Did
2005.
no.
That's
Oh,
that's
he-
That
awesome,
would be
man.
cool.
Here you go. Check this out. I got like five springs on that one.
Wow.
Nah, it's Stevie Ray Vaughan box set.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
but
be-
that's
Yeah,
the back of his guitar.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the back of what did he call it? Was that his number one or no? What did he call that?
Mhm.
What was? Look at that,
Yeah, that's-
man. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
holy smokes! There you go, R2.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
R2 can play. R2 can play like Stevie, man. That's like God Almighty.
oh wow.
You ain't
Thanks,
kidding.
Joe.
Yeah,
I got
He can.
if you want
I
to
know.
keep it there just for a second. Got that one. That's really good.
Oh man, look at that! I love Satch, man. I love Satch. Holy shit! Those guitars are nice, but man, they're freaking high. Have y'all seen the prices of those? Gary
Yeah.
Moore,
That's a
awesome.
good one.
Oh, that's
Wow, Montreux. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
And I got one more for you.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Jason's got some good CDs.
He's got some cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
there's Jim Guidry right there, Dawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on Blu-ray? What you got there, man? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
And that's pretty good. I like him too.
Oh, I love that. That is a badass concert right there. He is a phenomenal musician, man.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
opened
he's
up
got-
for himself in this thing with the trio. And then did the full
Yes.
shit by himself.
Yeah, he rotates his bands or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
love the John Mayer trio is badass, man.
That's actually pretty good too. I like
Alter
it.
Bridge, wow.
Alter
There you go.
Bridge?
Mhm.
Look at there,
Yeah.
live at the Royal Albert Hall, just like what Jim was talking about earlier. Yeah.
Mhm. And then
Wow.
Man, you got some good music, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's good stuff.
Ooh, Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's got
there we
the,
go.
that's got the DVD of the live concert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The reunion.
Jason, yeah, the reunion when Jason was the drummer.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
I've got that
was
one.
awesome. Oh, got more.
There we go.
I like their soundtrack from the song "Remains the Same." That's all live. That's
Oh yeah.
that's pretty good. The version of No Quarter on there is incredible.
Yeah,
Oh, you ain't lying.
that's a
Look at
good.
this.
That's a
Another-
good
Oh,
concept.
oh yeah. Yes.
Oh,
A
sweet.
tribute to SRV. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
Absolutely,
all the
man.
good ones on there. It's got
I
little
didn't see
short-
that, man. I might
You
have
haven't seen
to.
it? Yeah,
Oh, it's
You need to
awesome.
get
Oh,
that.
man.
It's awesome. Yeah.
you got a little clips with each one of them, interviews with their thoughts about Stevie and their experiences with him and stuff like that. Plus, they play
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta get
That
that.
is cool.
Yeah,
That's
And,
awesome.
got another one of them.
Oh, I got that album. Yes,
Mhm.
that is awesome, man.
Sweet.
I love his playing. It's so cool.
Y'all know what that is? Where's
Oh
guitar? Hat?
wow, Pink Floyd.
He'll be upset when you show him that.
Phenomenal.
I was picking the here you go. There's another one. That's Song Gun.
David Gilmour, phenomenal
Oh,
guitar
Well,
player.
dude, he's incredible. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
his soul
He's
stuff. I can't
incredible.
believe some of it.
Yeah. The while we're on live, I'll go and elaborate on that.
Yeah,
At
sure.
one point or another, Guitar Hack in the last several weeks approached me about something, and I told him I would consider it if he would. The whole time we were on there, we talked about Pink Floyd, and you got to understand he doesn't care anything about Pink Floyd one way or the other.
Oh, okay.
He's a Kiss fan. He's not a Pink Floyd fan. He respects the guitar playing of David Gilmour and the musicianship of the band itself, but it's just one of those he's not into. So I pick at him. I've been picking at him, and he's been picking at me ever since about me being a huge Pink Floyd fan. Which of course I like Pink Floyd, but I'm not a huge fan. And
Same here.
I'll comment in his chats and stuff like that, and that's why he gets tickled a little bit because he'll read my comment in the chat while he's live. so on and so forth, because I pull his chain a little bit. But I appreciate you letting me share that stuff.
Oh shoot, man, ain't no problem.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? There's an interview with David Gilmour, pretty recent, and he's talking about a lot of the music they recorded back then was on this houseboat. Did y'all see that?
No,
they were recording. Yeah, it's like a houseboat, and yeah,
it's interesting.
and they in this big house they had this huge stairwell, that went up so many stories. That's where they recorded the drum tracks, and it's pretty interesting though. But a lot of it they did on this really. It's not a huge houseboat, but it's full of sound equipment. It's pretty cool. And it was just recently on. Oh man, I can't think of the name of it. But it was probably in 2015 or so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's they did the concert at it's that venue that's outside. I'm trying to think who else played there. It's not here in the States, but it's Sammy Hagar was there. Mm-hmm. It's outside. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, but it's an interesting story about Pink Floyd and David Gilmour, and
Yeah, Soda. I don't know. Everybody's got their camera off. I'm the only one with a camera on. He said, "Who's speaking?" Oh, there's Jason. There's R2. Okay, maybe it was just me.
I was putting my DVDs up.
Oh,
we're here. We're listening, man.
Okay, I was like, "Uh-oh."
Jim was the one talking Soda Pop.
Yeah, that was me, Soda.
Okay,
yeah.
There he is. Okay. Larry Riker said he saw Jeff Beck live, and that guy is amazing. Yes, he's an amazing guitar. Talk about somebody else that's been around a long time too. There, Mr. Bruce, Jeff Beck.
Oh yeah, that man, he's just off the charts good. That guy is.
His bass player, that girl that's his bass player.
Oh yeah, that young girl.
Yeah.
I thought she was like 19, but she was like in her mid. She's like in her mid to late 20s, but she was incredible.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And I saw them on what was that one? Was it Eric Clapton's Crossroads when his last one he did, and Jeff Beck was on there, and he had his band, and she was the bass player, and she was incredible, man. Mr. Bruce, thank you, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
Make it rain up in here.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce. You too kind. Thank you, man.
Comment, I could just say it right.
Thank you, man.
No, okay. I do that.
Thank you, man. That's really kind of you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, Joe, I got a concert I'm getting to go to next year.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this chair to move.
Looks like you're pelvic thrusting there, man.
Yeah, just making sure it gets caught in the carpet and won't roll. But anyway, you've been to it. You told me about it, and I went ahead and bought tickets because I got a code to get buy the tickets before it went public. So I got a really good seat. Got like a second row seat where I showed you in the diagram. And that experience.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Billy Cox is going to be there, all on one stage. Billy Cox, Joe Satriani, Dave Mustaine, Johnny Lang, Dweezil Zappa, Eric Johnson, Doug Pinnick. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Lead singer of
Dweezil.
Zappa's better than you get credit for. He's underrated.
Yeah. Chris Layton, speaking of Double Trouble. Mateo Nanjin, if that sounds right. Kenny Arnoff, Slide Brothers, Henry Brown, and Kevin Mormick. All of those are going to be there in one night, one stage, playing Hendrix songs. That's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah, when I went to it in
Atlanta, I think you said.
Yeah, it was at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. I can't remember what year that was. That was maybe 2010, 2011. Something, but it was Satriani was there. He was there. Who was the other blues guy that was not Kenny Wayne Shepherd, but the other guy who got a lot of notoriety in that
Johnny
little
Lang?
bit of time frame. Johnny Lang. Lang was there.
Mm-hmm.
Living Color opened up the show.
Oh wow.
They were phenomenal. And then after they opened up, Billy Cox come out there and he sang Red House. Yeah, and it had what was the guy, the guitar player? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Jimmy played for this band for a short while. I'm drawing a blank. Man. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. But he come out and played. They played Red House, and Billy Cox sang it, and it was phenomenal. He belted the hell out of it. I was like, I didn't know Billy Cox could sing like that.
Right.
You know.
Right. I watched some footage
amazing
on.
show.
You spoke about it, and it's the first I'd ever heard about it. Until I didn't really. What made me notice it was, of course, Joe Satriani's name being in there, and Eric Johnson, of course. And I was like, "Ooh, they're gonna be on the same stage, same time. Let me check this out." But it turns out I looked up some footage on YouTube from 2017's tour, because evidently they've done a tour every year in certain parts of the country. And if I'm not mistaken, last year Zakk Wylde was on the circuit as far as that goes, and I saw him playing in the YouTube video of that. That would have been interesting to see as well.
Yeah, it was. You'll be very happy with that concert. I'm telling you, it is amazing.
I'm gonna try to get some pictures. I doubt I can get video, but I'm gonna try to get some pictures. I mean, they're probably pretty stiff on that video.
Here's how it was when I went. It had in there no video, no pictures, no nothing.
Ooh, wow.
And I had a little, back then it was just a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't have a smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody down in the front, what they call the pit area, everybody has got, taking pictures and, doing this. And I'm up here and I go like this. I look around and I go, I took a picture. And this dang lady usher, "Excuse me, sir, did you not read that sign? Do you want me to take that phone?" It's like, the fuck you talking to? I'm like, God damn, in front of everybody, and I was like, what about all them fucking people, lady? You gonna go get all them? I'm surprised I didn't get thrown out. But my buddy that took me, he's sitting beside me going, like, he's not, but she just jumped all over me, like, I was like, okay, lady, whatever.
Right.
Did you see that, Jason?
Yeah,
wants to know if he can send you something. And
I do not accept nudes.
Oh, yeah, don't show that on here. That's one thing we can't do.
No, it's not. It's guitar. I don't know if you can see it or not, though, with the glare and everything. Yeah.
Let me present you. Hang on, let's see. Let me present you, and that way we'll see, man. Let's see.
Trying to get the glare off of the camera to where you guys can actually see it.
Okay, here we go. What we got here?
Two Hoffners. Hoffner shorties. The one, of course, this is the blue one. This is the red one, and this is the one he's got the Seymour Duncan Invader in. It's a full scale length neck. And then this one over here is his project guitar, which you can't really see. A little bit better there. There we go. A little bit better.
There we go.
Yeah. And that one, he bought a Wolfgang standard neck to go on it, and it fits perfectly. And he's got the Seymour Duncan Invader in it, but he's going to take that body, sand it down, rework it, and do a Bumblebee, Eddie Van Halen Bumblebee stripe pattern on it. Seems he's got the Eddie Van Halen Wolfgang. It'll be his own little personal project, Bumblebee.
EJ's going to fire you now for telling his secret.
Oops.
Oops, he says. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah. Let's try to get it where y'all can see it, but they're neat.
Thank you for sharing. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's going to be cool to see when the finished product, man. You see that, Jason?
I see it.
You see that? Oh my goodness gracious! That's funny. She says, "Is that vape smoke?"
Yep.
Probably. So.
Probably.
All right.
Hey, there's Mitch Heyman. Is he in here?
Mitch Heyman's in here.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to send Joe a super chat here, and it's not working.
Oh, that's okay, man. Shoot, ain't no big deal.
Yeah, get those three numbers right.
Yeah, they don't accept 99-cent, R2.
You crazy, man. You crazy. Crazy.
$1,000. No.
Oh no!
Abort!
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh my God! No! Don't worry about it, man.
I never got it, man. I didn't get it.
No. Oh my goodness. So if we were talking about SRV earlier, and speaking of R2, if y'all haven't checked out his channel, go to R2R3 Lockingnut and check out when he got his new Strat. Is what it was, American made? Is that what it was? R2?
Yeah.
You're American
made.
And he's sitting there doing SRV on it, and it speaks for itself. You watch that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't have to say anything else about it.
Thanks, brother.
And
Thanks,
it's phenomenal. I was like, because I remember when he did that, and I was like, oh my God, I said I got to play something on my Strat, which I couldn't do nothing like that, but it was cool, man. It was really awesome. Yeah, that's what's fun, man. When you watch somebody with, of y'all's caliber, and you're playing, and you watch that, and it's really cool. It gets me motivated. I'm like, man, I want to play, So I think that's really cool. I think it's a cool deal, man. Jason, man. Thank you, man. Crazy. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, man. That's really kind.
Mr. Joe.
Oh, wow, Joe.
Thank you, man. That's very kind. Thank you, Jason.
All right, Jim's
Very
back.
kind.
Good to have you back, Jim.
Make it rain in here.
You're silly. Oh my God, you're silly, man. Yeah, I noticed that Jason has got his new gaming chair and his hoodie and his backpack all matches the same color. It's all red. I was like, yeah, he's color coordinated. Back to you,
That's
Bob.
right.
All right, R2's got something. I seen a sneak peek. Let me present R2. Hang on a second. Let me see something. He hasn't had a chance to say a lot tonight. R2 take over the reins for a while.
I've been trying to get this thing to work, man. It was working earlier.
You got I thought you was getting ready to show a guitar. I thought you had a case.
Oh,
in your hand.
no. I got this in my hand, man. There.
Oh, Lord, wait, what are you doing? I thought he had a guitar case. I'm like, let me present R2.
Oh my God, credit card number.
No, don't do that. Oh Lord, no.
43692840.
Oh my goodness.
The number on the back is 69.
Man, you should play the lotto.
Yeah, there you go.
True.
You were correct.
I thought Joe won the Mega Millions.
Hey,
I
found
called
it
him 2 or 3 times, and he never would
Yeah.
answer the phone.
I found out it worked too.
I thought maybe you won,
No, I wish I was that lucky. Man.
This number has been disconnected.
Please try or call again. Yeah, Jimmy T has an interesting question. I'm wondering how many panelists or viewers have listened to Jimmy's In the West album. Y'all heard that? In the West album. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not.
No,
I have not. I'm gonna be totally honest.
If I heard any of it, it was from Pandora, and it wasn't from. Yeah. I got to go on Amazon and get it.
Yeah, no, I need to check. I need to pull that up on my Google Play Music app, and stream that and see what it sounds like. Check it out.
Back to you, Bob.
That's something. Back to you, Bob. That's something I was going to ask y'all. Do y'all like to stream music, or do you prefer to buy digital downloads or the actual physical copy? What do you, I mean, everybody, chat, people on the panel. What do y'all like?
I would prefer physical copies, which is one of my recent purchases. Is
nice.
Good. This is Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood at live at Madison Square Garden. Man, this double CD is badass. But anyway, I like the physical. I like the physical. So I'm old school, I guess. I like getting my hands on it. Checking it out.
I use the Apple app, Apple Music.
Yeah,
because I've got Peyton, my 16-year-old, and I do the family plan, and that way it covers her. She loves music as well, so I've sort of passed that down to her. And we'll just, you hear it, you hear about it, whatever, you just type it in because it's connected with iTunes, so it's got a large catalog. And it's like $16.99 a month or something like that for the family plan. You type it in, you download it. You can stream it, or you can download it to your phone to where you're not using your data. And I like that. That's what I use.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I use the Play was it Google Play app on my phone, and I can stream anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and listen to it much as you want for free. You know, you just don't own it, but you can stream it, and I'm like, oh, that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I really like it, I will buy it. What about you, Mr. R2? Do you rather stream physical copy or?
I do both. Well, been streaming, but my same thing like Jason. My daughter stream music, and now she's been lately getting into the hard copy. She's been bugging me to go buy a CD, and I'm like, where am I going to find this CD? I guess she went to Target, and I guess you can get CDs at Target because at Walmart you can't find anything. Best Buy doesn't have anything, you know. So she wants to get a CD at Target, and I'm like, well, let me see if I can find it on Amazon or something. But she wants the hard copy. She wants the physical copy to have.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I haven't looked lately, but the last time I even tried looking for a CD at Walmart, it was a lost cause. It was just, you might as well forget it.
No,
you know?
they're gone. Yeah,
it was just, there was nothing there. You know,
just right quick. My daughter's actually got into albums. She's got her a record player.
Nice.
Yeah, and she's went
Nice.
to the old repo records and stuff like that. She's buying up them albums. Yeah, man. You remember that, Joe?
Awesome. I do. Yeah. Back there.
You know, for me, it's nothing like back in the day when you used to be able to drop the needle on the album and listen to it to a really nice home stereo. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember those big units, dude, that your parents used to have?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
The TV built in, the turntable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing back then, man. I remember every Christmas Eve, which isn't far away. My God, it's hard to believe that it'll be Christmas soon. But I remember Christmas Eve morning. You know, being a kid, growing up, you'd get excited. You'd wake up, be all excited. You know, we'll get some Christmas presents. You know, all this stuff. And I was the only child growing up, so but that whole day, Mom and Dad would spend the whole day cleaning house. And I knew I knew my dad wasn't into that. He's like, I don't feel like cleaning this. But he would do it. Mom, I need you to help me clean, so he'd do it. And but the whole day he would. I think what she was like, okay, you help me clean. You can play what you want on the stereo. And it was one of those like pieces of furniture deal. You'd open it up, had two doors, and you had the turntable on the bottom and the receiver up here, and he had his all albums and 45s on the sides. And I remember all day long, what you would hear would be live Elvis albums. When Elvis was doing his live, but not long before he died in the 70s, late 70s, and you'd hear those live albums every year from start to finish, front to back. I remember that. That was so cool. That's how I learned, not learned, but I heard so much Elvis.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. Back to you, Bob.
That's right.
You know what's funny is here in Shreveport, we got Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Yeah, that's right. The hayride thing, right?
Yeah, with James Burton, who's this guitar player, the big telly. The James Burton telly is a pretty phenomenal instrument, really.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they got the at the Municipal Auditorium where the hayride used to be. It's just kind of hard to believe that Elvis got his start, really, here in Shreveport.
He did. Yeah.
I was going to get you some footage, Joe, down there, but it's such a bad area now.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Get shot. Yeah, I didn't want to get shot.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. We don't want that. Yeah. We don't want that. Hey, Miss Janice, how are you? Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. But yeah, isn't there a statue of him down there too?
Yeah, there's a statue of him and James Burton. Which James Burton, he's really big in the community as far as like he's got a deal for kids, where he gives a lot of guitars to the schools.
Oh, nice.
So so he really gives back, and he's a great guy.
Is he the same one that played in Booker T's and the MGs? Or is that somebody else?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I know him from.
Well, they had that famous instrumental called Green Onions.
Right.
I don't know if that was the same guy or not. I can't remember.
But yeah, James Burton, man, he's he's a phenomenal player. If you look back at some of those old Elvis videos, you know, it's incredible. You know?
Yeah. That was his guitar player toward the end of Elvis's career, correct? Because he always played a Telecaster, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
They used to have a club here called the James Burton Club downtown back in the day when, you know, back when the music scene was happening here.
Spanky says that was Steve Cropper. I'm sorry. Thank you, Spanky. Steve Cropper is who that I'm thinking about. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. That's just, you know, like I said, he had a club here back in the day, you know, back when the music scene was happening here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Miss Janice says she just came from an open jam. Did not record it. I should have. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't done an open jam in years. Anybody ever done that? Go to an open jam and just jam with other musicians on the spot?
No, not yet.
No.
It's been a while. I've done it.
I've done that once, and it was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
And I've done that one time, and I don't have time to do anything now. But man, that was a long time ago. It was a lot of fun, and the really cool thing was everybody there was. I don't know if it was just the right time, the right night, or whatever. But everybody the people that were performing, everybody was really nice, man. Everybody was gracious to each other. They were respectful of each other. There wasn't nobody in there that was an asshole or nothing, you know.
Yeah. Right. And
this goes to show you, man, don't judge a book by its cover, which that night I was kind of guilty of doing. And so I went there, and this is when I was still in the band back in the day before the drummer moved and the band kind of broke up or whatever. And there was a guy that got up there, and he had a Carolina Blue Fender. I got a guitar just like that, but it's not an official Fender. It's some off-brand. Anyway, he got up there, and you know, I'm not being funny. But he got up there, and he just looked like he wasn't a guitar player. It just didn't fit. You know what I mean? He had this jacket that was too big to wear. He had a hat on that was like kind of crooked. He kind of looked like a bum, kind of, sort of. You know, like I was like, man, who was this? I was like, did y'all see this guy come in the door? You know, I was just kind of like, you know, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. And he had on, you know, some jeans, you know, all this stuff. He was an older guy, and he was walking up kind of slow, and he walked up, and I was like, man, and I said, well, and my first initial reaction was, oh, well, this is nice, man. They're going to let this guy up here to play a little bit. This is going to be nice of him to do that. Shit. He got up there and he started playing, man. He tore that shit up. And I was like, oh, good God. You know, and I got up and walked up there and shook that man's hand. Sure did.
Yeah.
He went off. He went off, man. He went off. And I was like, wow, man. I said, dude, you're incredible. I said, what? You should come here all the time. But he was a really nice man. He was really humble too, man.
I got a question for Jim.
Okay.
For when he comes back. I'm just saying it out loud so I don't forget. So when he comes back, we can I could ask him.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
All right. Is that a 45 on the wall behind you? Or is that a full album?
I think he's thinking there's a record behind you, Jim, on the wall.
Like it is. I can't. I've been seeing it in flashes, so I'm kind of.
I don't know.
It's a picture of Jimmy Page.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, Jimmy Page. You know, he's one of my.
Can't go wrong with Jimmy Page.
No.
No.
I've got a Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute. You know, right after he died. There's a picture of his Strat with his hat on it. You know, kind of in the spotlight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mitch Heyman says he is going to bed. Thank you, Mr. Heyman, for joining, man. Thank you for stopping in.
Good night, Mitch.
Thank you.
Good night, Mitch.
Take care, Mitch.
Let's see. Soda says, I live in the boonies, Joe. I don't think there's any players in my town. That's kind of like the way it is here where I live. I'm not saying there's not any players, but number one, I really haven't had a chance to check any of the talent out. Not that I'm a talent agent or nothing, but I'm just saying it's around here. I believe it would be hard to hook up with somebody if I had the time, number one, which I don't, to be able to hook up with somebody and jam with them I've done that a couple of times around here, and it didn't work out really well. And I don't mean that to be rude, but it's good to be able to play with somebody that's, better than you, at least on the same level, but hopefully better than you are musically. And there's been a couple of experiences, I could say, I can't even talk, experiences here where I was looking on Craigslist trying to get something started, and the guy, he hyped himself up. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've been in this kind of band, this kind of band. Oh, yeah, I can sing, I can do it. And I said, oh, okay. Went over there, complete waste of time. The guy couldn't sing worth a shit, and he could barely play. Nice guy, but, that was a waste of time. And it was sad. I was like, okay, man, I played it off, did the old famous, I got a text from my wife, man, I got to jet out of here. I was there for about 30, 40 minutes, and I left.
But Jay Hannon in the chat there, showing up saying hi to you, Mr. Joe, and everyone else, all of us, I guess.
Oh, hey, Jay, what's going
Jay.
on, man?
What's happening?
How are you doing? Thank you for stopping in,
Jay?
man. Appreciate it.
What's up, Jay Hannon?
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Jay's little daughter. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He just had an anniversary also.
Oh, happy
Happy
anniversary,
anniversary, yeah.
Michael Smith says, Joe, tell us a little bit about that blue Les Paul guitar behind you, or when I see you at the airport, I'll kick your ass. Oh, well, I guess I better get right back on that, Bob. Nah, this is a Epiphone surf green Les Paul studio that my father got for me when he retired from his job in 2001. And it's a 2000, and it was they were marking them down on a blowout sale. It was when Mars Music, I don't know if anybody's familiar or remembers Mars Music. They were kind of big at one point in time, and they kind of just disappeared. Mars Music is the same size as like a Guitar Center or a Sam Ash, something like that. And they were having a blowout, so the store was closing. And they had 4 of those when you walked into the door, Mr. Smith. They had 4 on like these little square podiums that were like this tall, sitting here, and they had the light hitting just right, and there was $199. And they had 2 with the regular pickups like there, and they had 2. They're all the same color, and they had 2 with the chrome, I guess, covered pickups or whatever. And so I looked at it and I said, man, I'd love to get that, but I didn't have the money. This was, like I said, 2001. And I had to go pick my mom up from an appointment, and I picked her up, and I met my mom and dad. I was in my first marriage at that time. So I must have went to Charlotte for a visit or something, or we must have come down for a couple of days to visit my parents or something. And picked my mom up from an appointment, and my dad got off work, and he met us for dinner. And he was asking how our day went. And he said, what did you do today? Talking to me. And so I went to this music store, and I saw this guitar. I thought it was really cool. He's like, well, let's go by there. And I was like, do what? No. Because that just never happened. You know what I mean? He just, he said, let's go by there. And went by there, and I said, and when I went back, and I remember to begin with, there was 4. So you're looking at 4 or 5 hours later. You go back, and there was only 2. They had one with the chrome covers and one, this one I got here, the regular pickup. And I said, here it is right here, $199, Picked it up. He goes, is that the one you want? And I said, yes, sir. I didn't know I was getting a guitar that day. It was a total surprise. I didn't know I was getting that. And I said, yeah, that would be great, And so I got that, and my mom picked out the strap. That's how I got the guitar. So it's got a lot of sentimental value because my father got it for me.
Yeah.
My parents got it for me, and I'll never get rid of that,
Mm-hmm. That's an awesome story, Joe.
Yeah.
I remember going to that Mars Music myself up there off Tyvola Road.
Tyvola Road. Yeah, so you remember that right there beside Chili's and all that over there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that shopping center years ago, Jason? Not to get off on a tangent here, but I remember when I was growing up, from that area, from right there, that area, because that's over by the new Coliseum, what they called it that back then.
Right.
But I went, you remember where Olympic High School was at? That's where I went to high school. Okay, where I lived like 3 minutes from the high school.
Mm-hmm.
But that area right there where Mars Music was, and I remember years later there was a Target. They turned that into a Target. I don't know if it's still there now or not, but when I was a kid, elementary school, like 3rd, 4th grade, that used to be what they call Richways.
Yeah.
It was like that for all through elementary school. Do you remember that?
I do.
That is cool. I can't
Do you
believe
remember
know what I'm
McFadden's
talking.
music off of Independence?
What's it called?
McFadden's music off of
Yes,
Independence?
yes. Mhm.
That's where I was telling Joe. I was telling Jay Hannon, who's in the chat right now, when I was on the Johnny Bean show, and we were talking about that, and I was talking about trading my Volkswagen 73 Volkswagen van for Paul Reed Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the store that Paul Reed Smith
Yes.
was at. It was McFadden Music. I used to go there every afternoon, and I'd get back in and I'd play it, and that guy's like, "You ever gonna buy that thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if I ever get the money."
Yeah. Yes. That's thank you, Mr. Smith. Yeah, I didn't know if you knew that story or not, but yeah, I'm sure everybody has a cool story when they got a guitar. You know, I mean, most of them I think are pretty cool stories. GTV Guitar TV says, I wonder if I ever ran into Jason or Joe at Manifest Records in Charlotte. I don't think I ever went there. I didn't. I kind of stayed
off South Boulevard, I think.
Oh, okay. I might have then. If it was South Boulevard, I probably did. I thought we was talking about Independence. I stayed away from that area. So crowded. I wonder if Lebo's is still over there off Independence, Jason.
No.
Remember that?
I do.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Lebo's, the cowboy store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Club Metro, Pterodactyl Club, and all that crap over there.
All that stuff, man. the cellar, all that stuff, all that crazy stuff, man. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, y'all got any cool guitar stories when you got a guitar?
Jason?
Hey, Bruce.
What, man? No, I heard. But I don't know. And feel like telling you my stories already again. No, I can't think of anything that I haven't told already that I. Sorry.
All right. What about you, R2? Any cool guitar stories where you got a guitar?
Well, I can talk about my first guitar, my Candy Apple Red Epiphone.
Go ahead. Go for it, bro.
So when you're, like 16, before you get your license, learner's permit, what is everybody doing? Riding their bike, right? I don't know if you guys rode your bike. My bike was my...
all the time.
My method of transportation everywhere. I'll tell a quick story about the bike thing. A long time ago, my brother obtained some BMX bikes. And I'll say obtained loosely. What ended up happening is he took those parts and put them on my bike, the bike frame. And what ended up happening is they wound up looking for my brother and his friend and the parts and the bike, and they couldn't trace it back to us. But anyways, I got the attention of police officers all the time every time I rode that bicycle. And it really upset my mom because she thought that, one of us was going to go to jail. And I used to tell my mom, I'm too young. I'm not going to go to jail for this. Anyway, she wound up giving the bike to my cousin. And, man, I was bummed. I wanted a bike. And I told her, I go, what am I going to do without a bike? And she's like, walk. And I'm like, no. All my friends got their bikes. Some of them are going to start driving soon. Anyways, we worked out a deal. What wound up happening is I said, you either buy me a bike or buy me a guitar. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to buy you a guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Yeah. So we went to Perry's Music in Villa Park. If Dave Byron was here, he'd know what I was talking about. It's still there. It's a little small music store, mom and pop shop. And went there. I saw the Candy Apple Red Gibson Epiphone. It's like a Strat style. I still have it. It's
oh wow!
I updated. I put Wilkinson bridge on it. It's got an EMG pickup on it right now. I changed the neck on it. I still have the original neck. But yeah, that's my story of my first Epiphone, man.
That's awesome, man.
I'm not getting rid of that. It's number one. Obviously, it's my number one guitar. It's not my number one, but it's labeled number one.
And it's cool that you still have it. That's the awesome thing. I don't have my first guitar. I chunked it years ago.
How long have you had that R2?
Let's see. I bought the guitar. I started playing in '88. Yeah, April of '88.
Yeah, I bought my Kramer in February of '87.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Still
awesome.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got it at locally at Shreveport Music, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
In
That's
fact,
cool,
I was going to
man.
buy a Jackson before I bought that, but when I went back to get it, I seen that Kramer, and there was a poster of Eddie playing that same color. I wish I would have got the poster, but I didn't. You know, like an idiot, I didn't think about that. But that's why I bought it. You know, it was like, yeah, I get
Nice,
the Blue
man.
Jackson. Eddie's playing this Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's awesome.
that was in '87.
Yeah,
Around that
it
time,
was
'87.
February of '87. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
either way, man, if you would have, I mean, you still have the Kramer. That's a good find right there.
Yeah.
But
Remember
if
the
you would
old
have gotten the
PV?
Jackson too, because
Yeah, I know. And I
I think they sold Grover Jackson sold the company late '80s, early '90s. So you would have gotten yourself a nice Jackson. But no, I mean, that's a cool Kramer, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, I
an
got lucky on
awesome
that.
Kramer.
Do y'all remember the old PV VTM amps from back in the
Yeah.
'80s? Yeah, I had the VTM. Yeah, I had a VTM 60. A buddy of mine had the VTM 120, which was a vacuum tube modification or whatever. It had the little
Oh,
dip
wow.
switches on the front, right? You could adjust those
Yeah.
little dip switches. Yeah, but
Right.
I didn't
like
know
a
you had
dumbass.
that.
Yeah, like a dumbass, I sold it. You know. So,
Oh man, that's another thing.
yeah,
That'll be our next subject, real quick. Gear that you sold that you wish you would have kept.
dumbass.
Let me
Yeah.
look at this real quick. Guitar Girl says her first guitar was acquired kind of similar to mine. She said her mom took her into a tiny music shop, asked what acoustic she would like. She picked one out, and she said, "Okay, someday." Someday. Wow, that's the answer. You wouldn't want to hear someday. You want to hear, yeah, I'll go ahead and get it for you. But hopefully that came true soon for you.
Maybe she meant Sunday.
I don't know. It says on here someday, but I don't know. Soda Pop says, Joe or anybody on the panel, does Fender have black cherry as a color choice? I have no idea.
I don't remember seeing that, but
no, I don't know.
It doesn't exist.
EJ's going to bed, man. EJ, thank you for being here, man.
Take care, EJ.
Thank you for the super chat too, sir. Thank you, man.
Big Dan
Hope you
Hall's
have a
going
great
to bed.
one. Big Dan, thank you.
Take care, man.
Thank you, Big Dan. Thank you for being here. Stafford Studio. When I turned 18, I was working my first full-time job. I had no credit, so when I got my first credit card, I went and bought a $2,700 Les Paul, and that's how I started to build credit as a young man. Wow. I got to say, that's a great start. When you're going to do it with a bang, that's a great way to start right there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man.
That's awesome, man. Damn.
Wow.
Oh, man. Jay says, 7 or 8 says, I wish I never sold any of my old guitars. Yeah. Go ahead, Bruce. What was you going to say? I'm sorry. What was you going to say?
I noticed it's a question earlier about the black cherry for Fender, but Spanky McAllister says that Schecter has black cherry.
Thank you, Mr. McAllister. Awesome. Okay.
There's a Wolfgang model that's kind of a dark cherry, isn't it? It's like a
cherry burst, maybe.
Yeah. Well, no. But it's kind of a really dark.
Yeah, there's
cherry.
one on Reverb for sale, if I'm not mistaken. Black cherry.
When I got my 3-tone cherry burst, I was looking at that one. I wanted the natural, like Joe got, or as Joe says, the El Natural.
Yeah.
But but it wasn't available back then. Yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky when I picked that one out. It was available. Mitch Heyman said his first guitar was a $15 K in 1969.
Wow. Hey, R2, you might want to ask Jay before he pops out of the chat, 7/8, about that made in Japan on Reverb.
I see Larry Rocker says ESP makes a see-through black cherry finish. Yeah, I'm a big ESP fan. You know, I mean, the LTD models, man, they're some great guitars. You know.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Miss Janice. Thank you for popping in. What was that? A question for who? R2 for Jay? Is that what it was?
You'd probably have to send him. You'd probably have to send him the link to check out the.
On the
There's
back.
a.
Go ahead. Yeah, you asked it.
Yeah, the question was there's a made in Japan Wolfgang special, which if you guys know or if you don't know, the made in Japan special Wolfgangs are stainless steel frets, and they're pretty much built top notch, kind of like the USA made ones. This one in particular that I'm looking at is a hardtail. Johnny Bean has a couple of those. I think he has like 2 of those. And this stainless steel made in Japan Wolfgang, on the back of the headstock, there's a stamp right on the end, the back, stamped used, USED, stamped in there. Very faintly, you can see it. It's kind of pressed into the wood. So I was curious, what does that mean? Is it a second? Is it something, if anybody knew what that stamp meant or what it means, is it worth to buy? That's the question.
Let me ask y'all this. I got my Wolfgang special sometime Joe did, maybe a month later, back in, I think, 16, right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
16. The switch was bad when I got it.
Pickup selector switch, yeah.
The switch was bad. I mean, right from jump, it was bad. And they sent me a new one. Sweetwater did, But, man, really? Why should the selector switch be bad, right?
Mine, I've had the same issue with the all natural.
Yeah.
The all natural is the same thing. I have to sit there and jimmy it, and it works itself out. But I was like, I shouldn't have this trouble with an $1,100 guitar, man. That shouldn't be. I mean, but
Well, yeah, I know, but I see where a lot of people have had a switch problem.
Yeah, that's been one of the problems with the Made in Mexico specials.
And the quality of the one I got, the 3 cherry burn. I mean, man, it's a beautiful, it's a phenomenal guitar. The neck is just to die for. It sounds phenomenal. It's the fit and finish of everything is just, top class.
Yeah, you would think that they're supposed to have higher quality pots than the standards, than the made in Indonesia, but made in Indonesia Wolfgangs, I have no problems, man. My selector switch works great. The volume and tone knob is fine. But I just heard some people talk about the 3-way selector switch. And it is, on the Made in Mexico one, it's reversed. It's not like the USA made.
Mine's
it's not?
No.
When you go in the up position, it's the bridge?
Yep. Same thing as Les Paul. Yeah, it's no different than.
Wait.
No, the up position is a neck. It's a neck pickup.
It's a neck.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing as Same thing as.
Okay, but on the standards and on the USA, if in the up position, that's the bridge position.
It's the bridge, right?
Oh, it's backwards on the standard.
Backwards on the standard,
Oh,
which
wow.
I understand why, because when Eddie's tapping and I'm tapping, your forearm sometimes will bump into that.
Yes.
And it's better to have it in the up position. So when he's probably tapping, it was probably hitting up and always going to the neck pickup.
That has happened on the special. I did it hit, and I was like, "Damn!" That's happened. Wow. No wonder. Okay.
But you would just figure, man. I mean, you pay over $1,000 for a guitar, you shouldn't have any problems.
You would think.
And, I'm not trying, and I'm not bashing. I'm not bashing. It's a great guitar.
As a customer, I'm going to voice my opinion about it. It's great. It's my favorite, but I have to sit there and jimmy it for a little bit, and it's fine. But I remember, for a while, excuse me, you would do it, and I was like, "Uh-oh, there's no sound here," and I'd sit there, and it'd be fine. I guess maybe I need to spray it down with something; it'd be all right.
That's what's happening to mine right now. The Ivory one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, Made in Mexico specials. There's something wrong with the selector switch.
Yep. It's like Sweetwater asked me, hey, he said, we're out of the EVH switches. Do you want to wait, or we can just send you a 3-way selector switch? I'm like, look, the EVH didn't work to begin with, so just send me the. I mean, I know a lot of people want to keep an EVH or whatever, and like I said, I'm not bashing it in any way. I mean, I'm an EVH fan, but come on, man, $1,100.
Right, pay that much.
I shouldn't have to change out the switch, right? I mean,
That's weird, man. Because and you would think the made in Indonesia Wolfgang standards would be. Would you would expect that on that kind of
the quality of the Mexico
quality.
plant is phenomenal. That plant where they're making the specials it's a top notch, whatever. But
yeah, it's the component. It's the switch. The guitar is phenomenal. I mean, the woods and everything. The pickups, everything is great.
Yeah,
there's something wrong with those pickup selector switches.
It's a great guitar. I mean, I love the guitar. I mean, everything about it, fit, finish, playability, sound, everything is just phenomenal. But why should you have an issue, right? But hey, it happens.
No, but I know what you're saying, man. If you're paying over $1,000 for a guitar, you want everything to be top
in working order.
Yeah,
you have a case with it too when you get it.
Thank you.
Come with a case.
Thank you.
I mean,
that's
I had
always been
6 months on a case for.
Well, it was back ordered. We had to buy it separate though, and it was back ordered. But
how does you guys have? I mean, you guys all have pretty much. All of you guys here have the. I'm the only one that doesn't have a Wolfgang special on the panel here. I have the standard. How does it feel? I mean, when I pick up my other guitars and you hit the selector switch, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about when I say you feel quality. I know when I hit the switches, it's got this feel of that you go, yeah, man, it's solid.
Got the feel, but it's just, And see, I'm a one pickup kind of guy. It's like that ESP LTD Telly I got. It's got the one EMG, the one body knob. There's no tone knob. It's like the old Kramer, like Jason's looking at the 1000, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a tone knob. You just got a volume knob. And I've got the Screaming Demon pickup in mine. So I like the one knob configuration because I'm not I don't switch between pickups a lot, in what I do, but I got this Wolfgang special and switching pickup. He's switching between pickups. It's like, wow, what happened?
Yeah, it shouldn't be doing that, man. No, I don't blame you. That's got
yeah. And they're like, well, take it to the Guitar Center. They're the authorized Fender dealer.
No.
I'm like, no, I'm not taking it to the one here because the one here is like, no.
I wouldn't take it to the one here either.
Yeah, so they sent me, the selector switch and changed it out. No problem, but
yeah, that's what I would do.
Man.
Get my soldering iron and take that thing out.
But R2 asked, how does it feel? For me, it feels great. I mean, I love that guitar. It feels phenomenal. I can feel quality when I hit the switch, pick up select. Like I said, I just got to jimmy it just for a second, and it's fine. It's not like it's a I've had that issue a few times where it just was canceling out altogether, but I did that and it came back, and so far it's been fine. But I have had issues with it. But as far as everything else, man, it's phenomenal playing guitar. I love those guitars, man.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorites.
7/8 said that in the chat he doesn't even touch his Mexican stripe special that he has Wolfgang because he loves his Japanese Wolfgang special so much better. And I was actually looking at the stripe specials on Reverb. They had one used for like 1,100 or something like that because it's got I think it looks like it's got the ebony fretboard. I'm not sure. Yeah, it may be rosewood, but I'm not sure.
I've heard that about the Japanese specials, that those are outstanding.
I've got
outstanding.
Friend of mine,
Michael Smith and Jay Hannon over here, 7/8. They both have them.
Yeah, they have them, yeah.
I got a friend of mine, he's got a couple of them, and he says they're way better than the Mexican-made ones. But
oh, yeah, they're supposed to be as good as the USA, The USA models are $3,000 and up.
Yes, they are. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, but I think Jay Hannon said I think those are seconds then, because I've heard of like Gibsons and Epiphones that had that stamp, say used on the back of the headstock, and there was like secondhand, like a second. What do you call it? I guess they just sell them.
That's what it is.
Factory second, yeah, yeah.
You send it back, they redo it, or whatever. Refurbished.
Yeah.
Refurbished.
Okay.
Maybe that's what this is then.
I didn't know that. Wow, that's interesting. Larry Riker said, this just in, Sweetwater has a black cherry Epiphone Les Paul Ultra 3, $799.99. Pretty cool, he says.
Woo!
Wow.
There you go.
Nice. Very nice.
Hey, Joe, I've got the chat pull up. Mitch asked an interesting question. How is the switch on your Sterling Music Man?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Yeah, it's the switch is not slanted like this. It's really like straight.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I would say like a Telecaster switches designed. Yeah. But yeah, it's a 5-way switch. It works great. No problem with it at all. Ain't that something? Yeah. But I love when you instead of being in the down position, which is the humbucker, you bring it one position up and it has that out of phase. It sounds so cool.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this sounds phenomenal. You know, I love that out of phase. Doing that with the Strats too. I like that. Kind of reminds me of that Stevie kind of tone. R2, you know what I'm talking about because you did it on your video. You know, R2 said, "You damn right I did it, bitch." No, I'm just kidding. But I said, "Play that thing, man. Damn."
Yeah, but you got to think the kids that are starting out today, man. They got it made. You can get a nice guitar playing starting out right now. That's solid.
Oh yeah, my first guitar was real heavy. It was called a Memphis on the headstock. It was real heavy. It looked like a Strat, but it's of course the quality wasn't that. I didn't know that back then. I just knew I had a guitar, and I was like, oh, I got an electric guitar. I've been wanting one for a while. Finally got that, and got a Gorilla amp. About this big, and it said Gorilla. I was like, oh, what the hell is a Gorilla amp? I didn't know if it was good or bad. I had no idea. I went to the music store, and they was like, oh, your first guitar? Okay, and see, they didn't have to get the packs, like you can get now. Everything included. Back then, it was you had to buy stuff separate. Got that Memphis electric guitar. Got a strap and a cable, and that little Gorilla amp. No pedals, nothing like that. I didn't know what pedals were back then. Hooked that thing up. And it said crunch, and I was like, "What is crunch?" Turned it, had the guitar turned up, and all of a sudden just feedback, from those sorry pickups. Okay. And I was like, "Yeah, rock and roll." Not even playing nothing, just listening to the feedback. And so yeah, I remember when I got my first pedal, it was at that music store. I was working at a grocery store, part time after school. And my check I remember minimum wage back then was $3.35 an hour. Man, I remember that. So I was only getting just a couple hours a day after school. Wasn't long, maybe 3 or 4 hours a day. And you get paid every 2 weeks or whatever, and you get that little small check. And I go to the music store and blow it. I buy a pedal. I remember when Ibanez made pedals. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I remember getting an old Ibanez, whatever pedal it was. I can't remember. It was something old that was used. And I said, I'll take that. I wish I still had those old pedals now, just for the hell of it. But I hook it up. I didn't know what I was doing. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing now, but especially back then, I just hook it up and I was like, what does this do? I was like, I can't tell the difference. Well, hell, I didn't know what so, but man, that was so long ago, man.
Yeah, my first guitar was a PV Patriot.
PV Patriot.
Yeah,
man.
PV Patriot black with the ferret, single ferret pickups. They look like humbuckers, but they were actually single coil. And then I think I got a Backstage Plus PV amp.
Oh, okay.
The local music store was a PV dealer, obviously. And Mom and Dad went in there for Christmas, and the salesman, owner, whoever, told him, "So okay, well, this is what you need to get him." And I had never played guitar before, and I'm left-handed. Well, they were asking for left-handed guitars, so on and so forth. And the guy told him, "So if he's never played before, it'd be just as easy for him to learn as a right-handed guitar player than it would be for him to learn as a left-handed guitar player. And there's much more merchandise for the right-handed than there is the left-handed guitar player. So." Hence, that's why I play right-handed now. But even when I play air guitar and stuff, I play left-handed.
I saw you do that. I saw you do that when you were doing air guitar. I said, "Why is he doing it this way?
Yeah.
Supposed to be this way." I said, "Doesn't he play right-handed?" And I saw you do that. That's wild. I caught that. Yeah. Well, that's
Jason
cool.
was on YouTube Live. That's why.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. R2 says he loves the floating Floyd Rose. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, me too. I keep getting, the EVA. I only have the bar in my Wolfgang special.
You can't do what? I'm sorry, Jim. What did you say?
I'm just saying, I don't even have the bar. I should have got a hardtail. Okay.
Oh, you don't use
have
the
tremolo bar?
No, because I don't like to, just the going down. I mean, that's the thing I like about the floating.
It took me a
Floyd
little bit
Rose
to get used to.
Yeah.
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 You can kind of. Yeah, you can kind of get a little bit more.
But that's what I like about the floating Floyd. You know what I mean? That's just.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get used to, but I'm used to it now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know. Just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm used to Floyd Roses, no matter what they are.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I just don't like that. I just don't like the EVH one that you can't pull back on.
Yeah, that's my first Floyd Rose that I couldn't pull back on, Jim.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You know how many times I do that? Where I do a dive and I do a harmonic and I bend up and I notice it stops right against the body.
That's what gets me. Yeah, that's what gets me. So that's fun. Just took the bar out. And go, all right.
Jay Hannon.
You don't like going down.
Lord.
Jay.
I like going up.
Yeah, I bought that Floyd Rose from Jay to put on the Zilla Burst, and I had to go to Florida for business and come back, and I hadn't had a chance to mess with it one way or the other, but I've been talking sort of with R2, and I think we're going to do some kind of offline live Google Hangout where he's going to walk me through it because, of course, I don't know what I'm doing one way or the other, and he's the guru when it comes
That's
to
a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, man. It's amazing, is it not?
It's crazy. It really is, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll help you out, brother, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
I dig that shit.
Well, is everybody about ready to wrap up, or you want to keep going? I'll leave it up to y'all.
Oh, it's up to you,
What
brother.
do you think, Bruce?
I'm ready.
Bruce said he's done, man. Screw it.
I had an early morning, man. That was a late night.
Okay. We'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Well, that's awesome, man. Thank y'all for being here. My special thanks to the special guest, Mr. Bruce, Jason Wade, Jim Guidry, and R2R3 Lockingnut, man. Thank y'all for being here.
Enjoy it, guys.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat. And thank you for the super chats, guys. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much, man. It's very nice. Does anybody got any closing words? You want to promote your channel? Now's the time to do it.
Oh, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. If you're not subscribed to me, look me up, subscribe. We're going to do a live hangout. Just talking around. We're going to have R2. We're going to have Mr. Bruce on. Might try to get EJ and Scotty, GTV.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe a few more. Just going to have fun, bullshit, hang out like we have tonight, talk gear, talk memories, so on and so forth. Hop in the chat, say hello.
Yeah. Right on.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
Hop on by if you want to.
Awesome. Anybody else want to plug anything? They're on their channel?
Yeah. Go to my channel. Anybody want to win the MXR Dime distortion pedal? Just check out my channel and see what you need to do. If you want to get into a contest and win a pedal, do it to it. You got 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. Everybody check out these wonderful people here, man. R2R3 Lockingnut, Jason Wade, Jim Guidry, Mr. BHB Jr., that's Mr. Bruce, the tech guru. Thank you, everybody, for being here. My name is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project TV. Thank you for being here. God bless. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you in the next video. Be safe. Be kind to each other. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.